But the reason for this is we use a custom component called Instant Spline, which isn't native to Unreal Engine. They don't have an implementation of it. They do have splines, so you can make and a spline is basically a grouping of curves that create, nice smooth lines, essentially. That's a very poor way of explaining that. But you can, with a mesh component, spline mesh component, you can put a bunch of meshes along the spline and creates a nice curved from just a single static mesh. So like if I was to open up our...
It also bends the mesh so that it lines properly. And stuff
yeah,
like
exactly. It lines up all the vertices. So like this is what our conveyor mesh looks like.
And that's it.
And that's it. And then it gets strung along the spline and bent and curved and lines up and looks nice. It's the same thing with pipes, actually. So if I was to build pipes now, which I will do, so you can see the extent of this breaking. This issue is funny too. Oh, so many things, and you don't know that you're going to get these issues when you upgrade either. I mean, this one we kind of knew. Ah, damn it! Got to turn on no cost because they don't have this natively in the engine. We had to create our own implementation, which I did not create. So you can see, yeah, there's the indicator. But where's the pipe?
Okay, so they're essentially using the same system.
They use, instant static mesh component. And how we do that is we take their existing component, which is a instant static mesh, and kind of co-opt it into an instant spline mesh. So every time we upgrade the engine, this is typically the most painful part, where we have to take all of their changes to the static mesh code, instant static mesh code, and convert it into our custom spline mesh, instant spline mesh code. And this is a diff of the two files. We have on the left here is their version of the static mesh, and then our 423. So this is our 423 upgrade of our spline mesh. And these are the CPPs. So you can see how different they are. And we've actually already gone through this and merged all of these and ended up with this version here. This is the actual code environment. And this is what you guys were seeing just now. It doesn't work, right? It works. It doesn't crash. This was crashing for a long time too. And the last 2 days before this was fixing some crash bugs pertaining to these as well. But now I'm going to fix it. TM.
Nice.
Yeah. So the key parts of this are the instant spline mesh and we prepend an FG to all our classes. So that's factory game, spline mesh. So initially, when we were going through this, we saw that we even, is this going to work? We tried to make it work, but we have some solid to-dos on here. And this is a lot of code, and there's 0% chance I will get through all of it, explaining all of it, but I'll try to do my best. And if anyone has any questions, please chime in, and Snoot will probably relay them to me.
I will feed him.
Yeah. So
also, I also noticed right just now that I fucking had a typo in the title of the stream. I fixed that, chat. All right,
Did you really?
Calm down.
This is why we don't have nice things.
You're a poor grammar, right? Poor grammar.
Poor grammar. I have poor grammar, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So they have made a lot of changes in the last couple of engine versions to the way their rendering pipeline works. All for the better in the long run, I think, but all for the worse when we try to upgrade our custom component, the spline mesh here, because the changes are significant, as I just showed you from the merge differences there, that there's a lot of things that have changed, and we have to figure out what we need and what we don't need, essentially, because we actually, in a lot of cases, will just comment things out completely, like this if zero. We keep these here to make merging in the future easier, so we can see what was intended from their files. So it might look ugly and like lazy programming, but this is actually intentional. so that when we take their new version, the diff will line up correctly.